make sure that I can hear it in the group. I think usually we're good. I just always like to double check.
Mhm.
All right. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm excited. I'm here live tonight with one of my favorite people. And I just want to make sure before we start talking that it's showing and you guys can hear me. Let me see. Where am I broadcasting at? Okay, we are good. All right, cool. So I'm broadcasting on my page and as well as in the group. So I may miss your comments because I realized with StreamYard, you can only see the comments at one of the different places and stuff. So, but nonetheless, you guys, I want to go ahead and get started because definitely, Shantell, I value your time, and I'm glad that you said yes to give me the opportunity to ask you 20 questions. Like I feel like questions, right? Kind of thing. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Lakeisha Hankins. I am your courageous CEO and accountability coach. And like I said, I have here tonight with me one of my favorite people, Shantell. She is a part of my CEO Mastermind, and she has just tremendously just blessed me with just being able to, work with her over these last 12 weeks and stuff. So I just wanted her to come in and share some of her results and share how the mastermind has helped her. But before we do that, Shantell, how about you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, share what it is that you do and, all that good old stuff.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I am Shantell. As Lakeisha said, I am a business owner. I have two businesses, actually. I am a real estate investor in Connecticut, and I'm also an independent contractor with the Body Shop at Home. I am blessed. I'm happy to be here with Lakeisha. She is also one of my new favorite people within the last few months. So I'm excited to be here on this live. I'm excited to have been in the CEO Mastermind. I never would have imagined, like tomorrow's our last day, so it's like 12 weeks, right? I
It's
know.
been 12 weeks.
Yeah. I feel so much better. The 12 weeks flew by, I'll tell you. I never would have imagined that I would be here with my business 12 weeks ago. So I'm honored to be here. And thanks again, Lakeisha.
You're welcome. So for those of you who are not familiar with the CEO Mastermind is, because I don't talk about it too often because it's only open during, a special enrollment period of time. But the CEO Mastermind is an opportunity for you to be able to, build that sisterhood, get in there and work with other female entrepreneurs that are building their business. And you not only get to work with a coach, but what I love is that you have the community support where you can actually, brainstorm and run ideas across, the other queens and sisters that are inside of this group and share, kind of like, and get feedback, get lifetime feedback. And also there's that weekly accountability. So I think that definitely, we'll talk about that because I think that definitely helps with making sure that you show up and you actually do the work, right? That you honor your commitments that you say that you're gonna keep to yourself, things of that sort. Because a lot of times I work with women who know what it is that they want to do, and it's just more so sometimes that accountability and that extra push as far as like getting out of your own way. So, the mastermind is, great for those, even if you're like working with a coach and you just need some extra support, kind of thing. And for me, I created it because I loved doing the personal one-on-one coaching and I love small community. For me, it's all about building relationships and in this intimate setting, because it's only limited to a certain amount of women, I actually get to build relationships and you really get to know about, the businesses, some of their families and all that kind of stuff, because we are able to, meet weekly and kind of like let our hair down and open up. Like we really built relationships with each other over, this 12-week period of time. So, so I just wanted to share just briefly what the, CEO Mastermind is. And for those of you who are jumping on live, I want to welcome you and stuff. Welcome our guests. And maybe you're catching the replay. So if you have any questions, and if we don't get to them on this live, make sure that you put them in the comments and I'll make sure that I do come back and answer them. Because like I said, I'm streaming on multiple platforms, so I may not see your questions. And I'm, believe me, intentionally not ignoring you or any of that good old stuff. I just don't want to miss it. And I'll make sure that I do come back and catch those comments. So, Shantell, we talked a little bit about what it is that you do. You shared that you're real estate and you also have, the Body Shop at Home. But before you joined the mastermind, had you worked with a coach or anyone before?
I have not worked with a coach before. I did what I think a lot of people do when they're first starting out. I did a lot of YouTube and Facebook groups and, following and kind of looking at tips here and there, but I never worked with a coach before. That was something that I always wanted to do.
Okay, so may I ask, like, what made you say yes and stuff? What was that made you push the button? Because I know I want to say, gosh, we met kind of like through. I don't know if you were introduced to my Facebook group like Q, and then I know you participated in the Take Action Challenge, and then from there. So there were a few touch points and things of that sort before you joined the mastermind. But what made you say yes?
Yeah. So yes, I was already following your group. And then you're right. It was a lot of touch points. So I was already following your group, and then Q actually invited me. She let me know that you were doing your 5-day challenge. So then that's when I jumped into that, and I was taken away by that. I knew I needed some extra help at this point. I don't know if help is the right word, but I just needed a little bit of a boost.
Support. You needed a little bit
support. Support. That's the right word. I had started my second business and it was going okay, but I just wanted to know kind of what to do next. What now, what next, what can I do to boost business a little bit? So that 5-day challenge, by day 2, I was in. I knew that I wanted to be a part of the mastermind. I knew that I wanted to go a little further. I knew that I wanted to work with you more and be a part of that community. So that's what kind of made me take the leap. Just being in the 5-day challenge, like I said, by day 2, I was all in. I knew that I was going to sign up for the extended, the 12-week mastermind, but I knew I needed a little bit more support. And it was just time. It came at the right time. The challenge came at the right time. The mastermind came at the right time. You came at the right time. Everything aligned together perfectly.
Yes. Absolutely. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Take Action Challenge, like, you're really sleeping on that. So, I'm one of those, like, I don't believe in fluff. And I know there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of freebies and things out there of that sort. So I'm like that type that I try to get like straight to the point, kind of thing. I'm like, this is what you need. This is where we're at. This is what you need to do. Take action, to actually be able to get results and stuff. And of course, there's some psychology and some things like that behind it. But really, it's about, helping people, find that clarity and then put together an action plan that's going to work for them. So that's one thing too about the mastermind is, like, you come in and you don't get this cookie cut approach. You didn't come in and I'm like, Shantell, you need to watch video 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 and just go through those and make it happen. It's that whole, because I don't look at people as a number, and I realize that everyone is at a different place in their business. So, kind of like one of the things when a person first signs up or is interested in the, kind of like, where are you at? And, doing a whole assessment on, what your goals are. And then we actually, create an action plan around those goals. And one thing I would say, definitely about Shantell, like, she's an action taker, kind of thing. So that part was not a problem. She was already working her business. It was just a more so, okay, what do I need to actually focus on to get results? So one of the things, of course, I love to do is, challenge people. Like, we get a chance to say, especially on these, when we're meeting weekly, where I get to use like my gift of discernment, like, what is really holding you back, kind of thing. And stuff. So I just usually just sit there and let you talk and stuff. And I'm picking all of that up. So, one of the things with Shantell, which I'll actually share is, the whole visibility and stuff. So that was one of the things we know as entrepreneurs that you need in order to build your business. So before the mastermind, like, kind of like, what did your visibility strategy look like? Where were you at?
It was limited. I think I might have gone live one time before I started the mastermind. And that was something really hard for me to press that button. Like, I would go live on my regular page, but when it came to going live on my business page and talking about my business, for some reason it was just hard for me. So my visibility, I would do a couple pre-recorded videos, but it's nothing like the live as you showed me. So that my visibility with the lives wasn't good at all. Before I started the CE program, I would do some content, post content constantly. And like I said, a couple pre-recorded videos, but the visibility needed to be broader. It needed to be more. And I just didn't have the nerve. For some reason, I just couldn't press that button. was like, I couldn't find things to talk about. I don't know. I don't know if I was putting too much thought into it. I don't know what it was, but it just was not working for me going live.
I think a lot of times, like, we're stuck in our own head and we're wondering about what other people are going to think. Yeah. And it's a whole, when we're recording it, we don't have to worry about no interruptions. We can get on there and just make it happen and stuff. Right. So yeah, so we talked about that whole, visibility, showing up, going live, and actually, interacting with your audience and things of that sort. So I've definitely seen like you really like transform and grow over these last like 12 weeks and stuff. Like, you were already getting customers, but now it's like, okay, consistent sales and returning customers and things of that sort. And also, it's like you have definitely, you talking about something you didn't have topics to talk about. Now, we looked into like how to find topics, like how to pick apart what it is that you've already done and just like run from there. So you've been doing like some amazing things. So for those of y'all who don't know Shantell, y'all need to definitely follow her, especially to get your skin right. Like, you see how her skin be over just naturally glowing and stuff. So we're always, I think, complimenting like everything, like, right, your skin is just glowing. Show us how to make it happen. So before we end this live as well too, I'll put your Facebook page in the comments as well, so people can can connect with you and learn about their skincare, because you want to get your skincare right. So we talk about self-care and all those different things. Especially as entrepreneurs, I think that's really important. So I love that you are in that space, because a lot of times I think entrepreneurs are so focused on building their business and things of that sort and stuff. And so I know y'all, Shantell is also going to be one of the speakers in my summit that's coming up. So I won't go into too much, right? Because I'm going to ask her some questions that's going to be in the summit as well. But just give us like one tip of why self-care is important, especially as entrepreneurs and things of that sort.
Self-care is important because it makes you feel better. As entrepreneurs, as women in general, we tend to take care of everything and everybody else and put ourselves last, like after last. So self-care gives you that drive to keep going. Even if you're tired at night, you cleanse your face, you put on a little cleanser, cream, brighten your skin up. It makes you feel better. Everybody, you look good, you feel good. It's an old cliche, but it's the truth. And especially as entrepreneurs, when we don't have time to do a lot, where some of us are still working our regular 9 to 5, and then we clock off that job and then go to our own businesses, and some of us have small children to take care of, and we just forget about ourselves. But it's not good. I think it brings most of us into like a slump. It makes us feel that we're busy and we don't have time to take care of ourselves. We need to carve out that time. It makes us feel better. It makes us feel refreshed, especially at the end of the day and before you start your day, whether it be meditation, you drink your water throughout the day, you do skincare, because we also know by drinking water, what you put in your body is just as important, if not more important, than what you use on the outside of your body. So just take a moment, if it's in the morning time, if you have kids, before you wake the kids up for school, before you clock in your job, at nighttime, before you go to bed, just take that moment for yourself to breathe and debrief. And just take a moment, say your affirmations, remind yourself that you're important, especially if you had a bad day, your business is not going right, because we all know we've had those days. You have a bad day, you take a moment and celebrate. Lakeisha always says, celebrate your small wins. We think just because we don't do something astronomical every day that we don't win. But that's not true. You take your little small wins and you celebrate yourself. It makes you feel much better. Self-care is so important that you take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not good to anyone else.
Right, absolutely. And stuff. You can't be, like they say, you cannot pour from an empty cup or any of those things. Right. And and then also with entrepreneurship, we talk about burnout and overwhelm, and that really plays an important aspect into it. So thank you for dropping some nuggets, sharing that, y'all. And if y'all enjoyed those tips, y'all definitely want to make sure y'all be on the lookout. In May, she's going to be one of the speakers for the Girl Be Courageous Summit. So I'm excited about that as well. That that you said yes. So could you have imagined, like, okay, before the CEO Mastermind, that you're doing speaking opportunities
Nope. Listen, I was scared to go live. I couldn't even imagine that was going to be
Right.
more.
So I'm like, look at this. The door is open when you begin to take action, and you in the company of the right people who are going to push you. Because with this mastermind, it's like, no, we go together. Like we all are moving up. We all are moving up together, right? Like even if I had to pull you, it's like, no, you come and you are ready. I think a lot of times with people, they think that they're not ready and stuff. So I think that's great to be able to see someone else that sees the greatness in you.
Absolutely.
And will push you. Like you need someone that's going to push you and stuff to a certain extent, making sure that it's not fear. And when I say push, kind of thing. So I always like, to tell people like, hey, like if she said, video marketing was not her strategy, then that's not something I would push. Right. So I always say that the entrepreneur, whoever the person is, they have to enjoy that strategy, enjoy where they're at, because if not, then they're not going to show up. As much as the gurus or the experts say you need to do podcasts or you need to do blogs, you need to do XYZ. If it's not with your personality style and it's not in alignment with your vision and things of that sort, it's you're not going to do it. You're not going to show up, or you're not just going to be consistent with it and things of that sort. So it's really the whole, tapping into your different strengths and figuring out what works for you in your business. And we talk about the whole, tracking in and things of that sort. So I think also that's one of the good things with the mastermind is it helps you stay focused on your goals, because I've seen people like this week, this is their goal, and then next week there was something else, kind of thing. Like you've been consistent. Like that's one of the things I think that helps with success is narrowing down your focus onto what it is that you want to do, and then just getting in there and making it happen. So what would I would like to ask you, like, what has been some of the other benefits for you for joining the CEO Mastermind?
Yeah. So I was going to say that too, Lakeisha. I appreciate you helping me to focus on, my thing, so to speak. You're right. It's so much information out there. And like I said, I was looking at so many videos and taking tips from here and tips from there. And it makes you feel like you take all these tips from all these different people, and they're good tips for the people that they're for. But everything is not for you, for me as an individual. So I was trying to figure out everything. I was taking tips from here and taking tips from there. But then when I spoke with you about my overall goal, you helped me come up with an action plan. You didn't make me feel guilty about, okay, this is not my thing. I don't want to do this, or this is not my thing. I'm not going to focus on that. You helped me narrow down what I wanted to focus on. You didn't make me feel guilty and about the things that were not for me. So I just wanted to say I appreciate that, because that's what I needed, because I had a whole bunch of stuff, notes, everything, just trying to do everything.
I understand.
I was doing a lot of busy work. Yeah, a lot of busy work, but I wasn't really getting anything accomplished.
Yes, you'll find yourself, like you said, busy, or you're way off course to your vision and stuff. Because I've been there before, where I've joined kind of like a coaching program, and I went in there with my idea of what I wanted to do, and before I didn't realize that I done bought into the coach's idea and changed my whole marketing plan and do it, webinars and all kind of stuff. Like, how did I get here? I don't even enjoy this aspect of the business. Why am I doing this? Like, I didn't, just bought into her system and, just to set my business up like that and everything. And I'm like, this was not for me. Like, realizing that, lots of, dollars on the line and stuff, things of that sort. But, one of the things too is that it's, that I like to point out to people that it's truly a mastermind, because there's a lot of programs out here that say mastermind, but when you get into them, it's actually a group coaching program, and you really just hear just maybe from the coach, or there's, it's very structured, like we're just going to cover these topics over these, 6 weeks and kind of things like that. And then there's that no support afterwards. So, that's, again, it's kind of like meeting people with where they are.
Right.
Stuff, as far as helping them come up with an action plan or what their next step is, because everybody's next step is not the same. So that's what I love about the mastermind, because I get to switch it up and stuff. I'm one of those, as a creative myself, I get bored with doing the same same thing and creating. So I was one of those ones always out there creating content So y'all have allowed me to kind of like just live out my vision and, you know, all this kind of stuff where I'm able to do a multitude of things, but things that are intentional and that, you know, you guys actually need. So I actually get to, you know, show up and, you know, serve and just, because I'm like, I'm so invested in y'all business and y'all success, like what we doing, you know, kind of thing and stuff. So when you make it big, I'm be that one, like I'm that cousin.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna show up as my cousin and stuff where you make a big win. I'm like, I remember Shantell. I know her. I know her. Like
Yes,
stuff.
I know her.
So, yes. So when it comes to coaching though, Shantell, what would you say is my coaching style?
Your coaching style. You definitely mean business and not in a bad way. Let me tell you, y'all, Lakeisha, she be getting homework. No, your coaching style, you know, it's it's unique. And I say unique in the way, like we've been saying the whole time in this live, is that you let me be me. Like you coach, but you don't coach me. You know what I mean? You kind of you let me kind of figure out. We talk together talk about together what's best for me, and you kind of coach me through my ideas. So we get together with my ideas and find out what my goals are, and you coach me through that instead of, like you said before, letting me follow your vision. Right. So, and I'm telling you, you hold accountable, and that's what coaching is all about to me. Holding people accountable. I needed to be held accountable. I'm telling you, those Thursday meets during the week, every time I have a little win, I'm writing it down. I was like, all right, Thursday, I got to report this. I got to do my homework. I got to write in my journal because Lakeisha gonna ask me. So
right, what happened? What you been doing all week?
Right, what you been doing? All right, you said you're gonna do this, so what day you doing it? Like, oh well.
Yeah, so that is definitely one of the things, because I think too, as entrepreneurs, like we have great intentions, or like we're gonna get some stuff done, like I'm gonna do this. But yes, I'm quick to be like, okay, but when you doing it, you know, kind of and stuff. So, and I'm quick to set a reminder in my phone. And like, okay, so you're gonna do it by what time? Okay, so I give you a couple of hours after that, and then usually I'm like, hey, where you at? You know, kind of like, what's going on over there. Let me know when you're going live, and I'm gonna be there too. Right, you know? Stuff like if you're scared, I'm there to hold your hand, girl. Like, let me know when you go live, you know, kind of thing. But
that was one of the other good things. The good things about your coaching style is because when you say you're going to be there, you're there. You know, obviously we're all busy. You can't make everything for everybody. But even if you get into that live and you put a little hey or hey girl or something like that, that helps. You show up. Like you say, you always say that we show up, but you show up. You show up as a coach.
Show up for my people. I gotta show up.
Absolutely. It's not just on Thursday nights when we come into the group and we share. You know, you're there all during the week, and you know, you make me feel comfortable enough to, you say, you know, reach out to me during the week, absolutely, if you need me, but you make me feel comfortable that I can do that I'm not bothering you, and that
absolutely. Like I'm like I said, I'm invested in your success. So I was like, no, you don't. I'm not one of those ones like, okay, you all can only contact me during office hours, and I'm only here on Thursday. Like, if you want more than that, then you will have to upgrade it. You know, like it's none of that stuff. So, you know, so I'm definitely there to kind of like to support and ask questions, because what it is I don't want you to get stuck on Monday and then you come on Thursday and like, you know, I was Thursday here and then I needed to wait till Thursday to get to the mastermind to ask these questions. So it's like, no, boo, if you get stuck, you send an SOS then or post in the group so somebody else can help you or chime in. Like it doesn't even have to be me, but you know, somebody else in the group and like, hey, and stuff, this is where I'm stuck at, this is what I need to look at, or whatever that looks like, so that you move forward. Like, you know, it's 12 weeks, and we look at this 12 weeks as every day counts. So you don't got time to get stuck or get caught up or hung up on an idea and things of that sort. So yeah, so we are constantly pushing and moving forward. And of course, you know, there's those days, those weeks where we're like, okay, I done fell off this week and stuff, and we get back up and we make it happen, get back on track. Because I know I have those myself. And, you know, definitely, like I try to, you know, preach what I teach and things of that sort. So I'm like, I can definitely tell the weeks when I don't write stuff down, like your girl is over there all over the place and things of that sort. So I'm like, okay, let me get back to what I need to be doing and stuff, things of that sort. Hey there, Keisha, and stuff. So it's just been exciting, like I said, just being able to work with you and just really seeing your growth over the last, 12 weeks and stuff. It's just been incredible. And kind of like what you said, early, everything just aligned at the right time. They always, when the student is ready, the teacher kind of like appears and, things of that sort. So I definitely believe in that. And like I said, it's just been amazing. So I want to know, like, I, won't keep up too much of your time because I say no more than 30 minutes or so, but what's next for you? Like, what's next for you in your business?
Just keep pushing. I mean, after working with you, I'm going live more. I'm getting customers consistently. Every week I have new customers. I'm going to work on building my team, new ways of promoting, all of the things that you kind of pushed me out there to do. And I remember one video you showed, I did, and you took out like 7 topics out of that one video. I'm like, how did all of that was in just that one video that was made just out of nowhere?
That's what it's like, having somebody from the outside looking in, and just like, damn, you got this, and that, and don't leave no money on the table, no ideas or any of that.
Right.
So you're able to, gosh, it's the whole, like, you ain't got to go out there and create content and find content. You already ready, from where you are, you got tons of content already within inside of you and stuff. So it's just a whole matter of getting it out there. So like I said, this has been great. So for those who are, if there's anyone sitting on the sidelines and wondering if I should join the CEO Mastermind, Shantell, what would you tell them? What words of advice would you give them?
I would say absolutely. I would say if you're feeling stuck, if you feel that you need help, even if you're not feeling stuck and you think you need that little extra push or what to do next, I would definitely say reach out and join the mastermind. It has helped me tremendously. I thought I knew I needed a little bit of help, but I couldn't imagine 12 weeks ago that this is where I would be. My business increased. I'm more excited about my business now because we all know as entrepreneurs, when some things aren't going right or you have like a slow week or two, then you start feeling down, then you want to move on to the next business. But don't do that. Don't do that. I would say definitely the mastermind has helped me tremendously. If you need someone to kind of hold your hand, like I said, Lakeisha is the coach that it's not only on Thursday, she's there for you every day of the week. When she says to reach out, she really means it and she's there for you. So if you're feeling stuck in your business, if you need help, you're on the sidelines, you're on the fence, I would say take the leap. I would say invest in your business, invest in yourself. To make yourself better.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for jumping on and hanging out with me on this Wednesday night.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So I appreciate it and stuff. I'm just in awe, kind of like from when we started like 12 weeks ago. Like I got Shantell y'all on a live video.
Damn.
She's definitely out here in these streets and she's making it happen and she's showing up consistently and stuff. So again, if for her, it was always there. You just needed that push and stuff. So, and somebody just looking in from the outside and saying, hey girl, let's switch this up and watch things begin to transform, watch things begin to change, and how you just, getting more consistent views and all those kind of things and engagement. And so it's just been incredible. So, keep doing what you're doing. I'm excited. I'm excited for you and excited for your continued success. And again, for those of you who are watching this live or, catching the replay, if you have questions about the CEO Mastermind, you can either send me an inbox or a comment, hashtag CEO, and I will send you information on the CEO Mastermind. So before it was open, now it's by application because I know exactly who it is that I want to work with. I want to work with incredible women like Shantell who are ready to take action and stuff, who knows what it is that they want, right? And sometimes you might not know what it is exactly what you want. You might need help getting that clarity, but that's one of the things that we do is we help you join, get the clarity and actually create an action plan that's going to get you results. And you got to show up and do the work. You show up and you have this community of sisterhood, other queens in there that got your back and stuff. So, and then Christy says, yes, join the CEO Mastermind. It's great. And she's learned a lot about herself, right? So I think we all in 12 weeks have learned a lot about ourselves and stuff. and, you know, doing more than we even imagined that we are capable of. So that is it, Shantell, because, you know, I love to talk. I will keep you out here like how it is on stuff. So thank you again, Queen. And I will see you inside of the CEO Mastermind. And again, it's been awesome working with you over the last, 12 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. Likewise, Lakeisha.
All right. Thank you.